No, you about to perform, my fault. Okay. This is PSA Philly service announcement. Takeover Tuesday Takeover. Love, support, and grace.
Love, support,
social
and grace,
activism,
y'all.
resources, entertainment. We got what you need. That's what we doing out here.
This is
so
y'all show.
We got a dope show. We got a lot of
Yes, we do.
We got a lot of black girl magic in the building.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Young black
a lot
girl
of
magic.
We got a young king coming back in the building to let us so y'all can hear what he had to say the first time.
Yes,
Maybe
sir.
something
Yeah,
new.
we want to
You know what I'm
apologize
saying?
for that.
Definitely,
we had some
definitely.
technical difficulties.
Before I forget and get too into my thing, before I let the young king perform and do his ones and twos, Saturday,
Yes.
1 p.m. to 6 p.m., August 14th, Food for Families. We're going to have a food drive, resource tables, vendors, 5220 Whitby Avenue, Victory Christian Center. That's where we going to be at. Come through. Get food for the family. Just come through and support. Show that love to the community.
Love. Come out,
You know
get
what I'm
some
saying?
resources and everything. Get some food. Come out and show some love.
Before I let the young king go, Raw Cannon is back, y'all. My right-hand sister
put me on the
is
spot,
back
y'all.
in the building.
Yes,
the show
I
is
am.
not right unless she is around.
Listen.
I just had to get that out. We got a lot of black girl magic in the building. I'm gonna let the brother, because I don't do no introductions. I'm gonna let him slide in the front and let y'all know who he is, where he at, what he about to perform, and give y'all that energy.
Give it up.
Yo, what's up? It's Young Maj. You can find me on the gram YVNGXMAJ. This first song is called Rashad's Story. I got a visual coming out Friday the 13th, so tune in. Drop that, John. Yo, they got it. They started it.
Toucan on, is we on?
There we go.
Yo.
Look, how do it feel when you go with your dad? Something that my friends never had. Something that Rashad never had. I saw the strain on his life, it was so sad. The streets found a thug, man, he catching a bad break. Before COVID came, still slid with a mask face. The weight is on his shoulders, then he needed a back brace. Trying to run away from the drama like he running a track race. A single mother and he had a younger brother. Nobody loved him, so he had to find a supper. He had no money, only lay inside his pockets. Stake out the corner store, he was planning to rob it. Had voices in his head, and he thinking he's psychotic. One telling him to do it, other one is saying stop it. Who should he listen to? I guess the first one, cause that nigga started skipping school. Influenced by his homies, wonder what that trigger do. Shit, he find out for himself. Now see if that was me, my father reaching for the belt. Don't even gotta say much, that's a lesson in itself. But he don't got no guidance, only teacher is himself. Only teacher is the streets and his friends. His mama struggling, she wasn't me and ends. He see the rappers in the media with M's. He fantasize about that life, he wanna Benz. Yeah, and trap the way to do it. Cause every other bar rapper saying that they shooting. Claiming they so hard, and so that's the way he moving. The plug gave him a pack, told him break him back a stack, and he might split it in half. So young inside the streets, man, he looking like a cab. But that nigga keep it heat, and he just waiting to blast. He's so ready to kill, he's so ready to make a nigga feel how he felt all his life. So many funerals, he start to question life. He start to question God, his life just a facade. No father was around to show him how to get a job. Now back to the corner store, he was planning to rob. The blood inside his eyes, he still had hesitation. But he's so hungry like me and Brandon stuck in the basement. Men on jail cells gave his name a reservation. Cause he went inside the poppy store, hood up, hope and pray for good luck. Put out the 30 blazing, make a move and then I'm spraying with no hesitation. What happens next? I don't think he had no preparation. Damn, he said empty out the cash. The poppy started reaching cause he had a weapon stash. He started speaking Spanish, then all you heard was blast. Blast, and blast together. Now they both laying breathless, you can't mask the sense. Can't help but ain't changed.
What just happened there?
That's it.
That's it. Oh,
Listen, man, they killed me at the end.
Right?
We gotta get it. I don't know what's going on when you come on, man. We might have to go acapella, go live or something like that.
Join up a little bit.
But listen, man, I love the storytelling in it. I love the message. I love the
Yes.
storytelling in it. It's just a lot of, for me, it's a lot of pointless music. It's good party music, I guess. But we need that variety. Definitely need that variety. But we gonna come back to the brother. We're going to let him get it one more time. We might have to let him come on the show again. Plus, he
Yes.
family, so
Absolutely.
he on the call at any time.
Yes,
Appreciate
yes. Tell them
the
where they
love.
can
I
find
mean,
you
you
at,
already
Maj.
know.
Oh yeah, once again, you can find me on the gram, YVNGXMAJ. All platforms. I got music out. My name is Young Maj. Just dropped a tape like a couple months ago, and I got a video coming out Friday the 13th. So tune in.
No
All
doubt.
right.
So I wanna get her the microphone. You could put the headphones in, you know what I'm saying? Rock this mic if you want to. Yeah, because you can chime in. You on the show.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Once we get into it, once they tell you what's going on,
Yeah, we can't.
you know
we
why they
can't put these
why they
headphones
wearing
on
why
these
they
ladies
wearing the
with these
crown.
crowns
Yeah,
on. We
I
can't
already
do
learned
that.
about the hair situation.
let's see.
Okay. We got more black girl magic in the building. Do we have a seat for the baby?
Oh my goodness.
We need to
Look
find a
at
seat for the baby
her.
so she can
is
be properly represented.
adorable.
I don't know. She
Yeah.
might have to stand in this seat if
No,
she
can
wants.
sit
She
right-
can sit. We'll
yeah,
be able
she
to
can
see
sit
her.
right there.
She can sit right there. We'll be
Yeah,
able to
let her
see
sit
her.
right there. And you
Oh
can
yeah,
stand
yeah. We
behind
can
it.
see her.
There
We can see her.
go.
There you
she
go. There you
is.
go.
Oh.
So, give the young lady right here the mic, if you don't mind. So, since this young lady right here put it all together, she reached out to us. That's because we a dope show. She noticed that. She recognized that she had something dope going on.
Yes.
So, she wanted the dopeness to collide. So, let them know who you are, where they can find you, and just start off by telling us why you know what I mean?
Okay, well, my name is Jalen Monroe. I'm a junior at Penn State, majoring in political science as well as pursuing my business certificate. I'm 20 years old, and you can find me on Instagram, Twitter at Miss Monroe Music. That's MISSMONROE MUSIC. I am currently Miss Black Philadelphia. I am the delegate from Philadelphia representing Philadelphia for Miss Black America. So the reason why I put the whole pageant together for the youth, it all started with Miss Black America. So I had to actually raise $1,500. And it started out as a fundraiser, but when I got more into it, like, I realized it was more than just a fundraiser. Like, I was actually impacting lives. And I got the idea of doing the fundraiser of a kids pageant because there's not really kids pageants in Philadelphia. When I was younger, I really wanted to do pageantry, but my mom was like, where are you going to do that at?
Right.
Like, that's not here.
Right.
And then the ones that do exist for kids, they're really, really expensive. Like, there's parents that pay $10,000 just going to a pageant in a different area. My mom was like, we don't got the money for that.
Right.
Yeah.
So when I got to Penn State, I entered my first pageant. I was the runner-up for Miss Black Penn State, and I was the only freshman at the time. Everybody else was a junior and a senior, and I also won Miss Congeniality. Then I recently did Miss Philadelphia as well as Miss Bucks County, and I came up as runner-up for Miss Bucks County. They was telling me, keep doing pageants, keep moving forward because you're really good, and everybody here has been in the pageant system before. This is your first time really in a pageant system.
Wow.
It was like, if you keep moving forward, you're going to be our next Miss America one day.
Wow.
So I was like, okay, I'm going to start with Miss Black America. So I hosted this kids pageant as a fundraiser, but really it turned into something deeper. A lot of people were telling me they were inspired to even start doing their own pageants in Philadelphia. So I was like, oh.
So
That is
I have to
amazing.
apologize because my future Miss Black America is making a lot of noise.
This is a family show.
But and yes, it is. Yes, it is. And I really, really appreciate. Again, I'm gonna use it all show. I appreciate all the black girl magic in here because this is
Yes.
usually a very testosterone filled environment,
yeah.
and this is like the peace. It feels peaceful in here. That's the crazy part for me. That's my vibe. It feels very peaceful in here. So before we get into why you think that it's so important for you to do this for them, let me find out who they are. Who are you? What did you win? What's going on?
Okay, so I am Miss Tween,
Mm-hmm.
Philadelphia. My name is Aubrey Wright, and
Did you enjoy it?
I enjoyed the pageant.
When they put the
Wonderful.
crown on your head, how did it feel?
It felt pretty good.
Is it one of your better feelings? Tell me a feeling that was better than that, so I can see kind of gauge it. What was a feeling that was better than putting the crown on? Oh, you gotta think about it. This must have been something big.
Right?
Her reaction was priceless.
Probably. Actually, I don't know.
You don't know? Did you cry?
I almost did.
You almost did. Why didn't you? You held. You had to hold it in. Why you had to hold it in?
I had makeup on. So
Oh yeah. My bad. I don't know that life. I don't know that. I don't know that life. So before I get to this other beautiful young lady right here, this young baby right here, how did it feel when with all of y'all being up there? Like, you know what I mean? Was that a feeling? Did you just feel by yourself? You know what I mean? Like, you know how sometimes you have a moment and just like you're zoned in on just you, and you don't see anybody else, and there's nothing wrong with that. It happens to all of us. But did you have any feeling like once you seen them? Were you the last one to be crowned, or the first? Like, what order did it go?
I was the last one.
You was the last one. So how did you feel when you seen them get crowned?
I was actually really proud of everybody. So in my head, I was like, okay, if I don't win, I tried my best. I did everything I could, and they deserved it because they did amazing.
Right.
So I was very proud of them.
It sounds like it was a lot of support. Like y'all was getting the support that y'all supposed to get.
Yes.
Like it wasn't supposed to be a negative experience. That question wasn't for you to think like, yo, it's a negative. Nah, because I kind of get the feeling even from the moms and everybody that it was like a lot of support in there. Yeah. And I did a food drive this past weekend, and they had one of those like dance competitions. And you know how on reality TV they make it seem like everybody's they just weren't about their kid, but it really wasn't like that. It was a lot of love. The moms that was there with their kids on opposing teams, they was talking on the way in. You know, it was a lot of love. I didn't see any negativity with how it's portrayed, and that's an important thing to remember. Like, these are your sisters. This is your sisterhood. It really does exist. What they show on TV, the cattiness and all, that's TV.
Yeah.
That's not how you gonna have to. When you see black women and other black girls, it's love. I'm telling you.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So don't let that part get caught. Don't get caught into that part of it. If you do watch that kind of TV, which I hope you don't. But I know Instagram and everybody, we all see it.
Yes.
So I want to get to the other young lady right here.
Baby
She's smiling already.
Look at her.
Let us know who you are.
That's
What's
right,
your name?
girl.
What did you win?
Hi, I'm Kyle. Crown.
So what? You say it again. What did you win again?
A crown.
You won a crown.
Oh. And what's your name again, baby?
Kylie Marguerite Burgess.
Okay.
So did you have fun? Did you
Yes.
enjoy it? How did you feel when you put the crown on?
Amazing.
Amazing.
Oh,
That's my
look
favorite
at
word. That's one of my
her.
favorite words. I'm always telling people, "Oh, this was amazing. It was amazing." I'm glad that we share that in common. That's dope.
You're so beautiful. You look amazing.
Wow.
That
So,
crown fits your head so perfectly, too.
Is this something that you want to keep doing?
You don't know?
You don't know yet?
She like, look.
Was it a lot of work? It
Yeah.
was a lot of work. Was it worth it though? You with the crown?
Yeah, it was worth it.
Okay.
Okay.
So who introduced you to it? Did mommy introduce you to it, or did you see it and tell mommy
My
about it?
mom.
Oh, mommy came to you. And what did you think when she asked you?
I think, I do want a crown to feel like the queen and tell everybody what I want and what I want to do.
Oh, look
Yes,
at her.
I want you to remember that. As long as you
Yes.
have the, I'm gonna get you in trouble.
No, listen.
But
listen.
I'm gonna tell you, as long as you got the
are-
crown on, you tell everybody what to do, and they need to do it. Okay.
you
Just
are
remember.
the
Now you
queen.
might have to have a discussion with mommy about that. Mommy, I don't know if the crown affects mommy, but everybody else,
They got to do what you
when
tell
you
them
got
to
the
do.
crown on, you are the queen. Okay, not the princess, because you said queen, so I'm rocking with that. You the queen. Okay. So when you put the crown on, but remember, you got to hold yourself up as a queen too. Mommy can explain more of that to you. So you can tell everybody what to do, but you got to ride right too. You dig what I'm saying?
She
All right.
like, yeah. Like,
So
man, get
are
outta
you,
here.
before we come on back over, are you going to do it again?
Yes.
Are you going to do it with her?
Yes, for sure.
Oh, I like that answer. So tell me why she
Yes,
was so
look at
sure of that.
that. She said yes,
You know,
for
tell us
sure.
how you do it that makes them so comfortable and all that. That it
Yes.
was such a dope experience.
I just want to say I absolutely love Kali. Like, the energy that she brought to the pageant was literally amazing. Like, I feel like everybody was amazing, but just Kali in general, like, her personality is so bright and so bold. So we connected on that level, so I think that's probably why she was so sure. Like, I had her doing little commercials at my pop-up shop on Saturday, and she was like, "Oh, you're the best big sister ever." But I think in general, like, the experience was about creating sisterhood, you know, making sure everybody was able to connect. Like, we had, like, in pageantry, we had everybody in one room getting dressed together, you know, practicing together. We're talking to all of them. All of them were playing together, you know, talking to each other, actually becoming like friends and stuff. I remember somebody actually coming to me during the run through the day before, like, "This is my new friend." I was like, "Oh, okay." They're like 7 and 6 years old. They're like, "Yeah, this is my new friend. We're going to hang out." I'm like, "Oh, okay." So I think making sure that everybody is comfortable, making sure that everybody remembers that this is a sisterhood before it's a competition was really important. So that's probably why everybody felt so comfortable.
Oh, I think that's amazing. I wanna say that I raised daughters, and you write about pageantry in Philadelphia. Like my girls, we had to go travel
Yeah.
to do pageantry, and it wasn't a whole lot of black and brown girls in these programs, and my daughter wanted to do it, and I just didn't feel the connection.
Yeah.
But having something like that and creating a sisterhood for young girls out here in the city of Philadelphia is something we absolutely need. And I appreciate you for doing that. And we need to share with everybody. How often do you do the pageants? Do you do it yearly or?
So for this kids pageant, this was my first time running a pageant.
Oh wow!
But I'm definitely making it a yearly thing now.
Okay.
I have a fund that I started, the Miss Monroe Fund, and that's going to be our yearly event.
Oh, that's amazing.
Well,
that's amazing.
you know, PSA, we definitely have to be a part of this going forward.
Yes.
So we're going to have to talk, link up, see how we can help, see how we can help fundraise, see what grants you can get for
Definitely.
this. Because that's
Absolutely.
definitely out there for you.
Yes.
I don't want to leave this baby out because she didn't say a whole lot. I feel like it's a lot going on in there. So what did you feel like? All right, so we said about the sisterhood and everything. Did you start taking on little sisters, or were you in like, I'm in competition mode, I need to be focused?
I was a little bit of both.
Okay.
So I made friends in like my group, like the age group I was
Right.
in. And I was getting along with the little people too. My little cousin was also in this, and she was pretty excited about it. So I was
Right,
like,
right.
okay, I'm just gonna hang out with you. And in the back, it was all fun. It was all just friendly, and nobody was fighting. It wasn't much of a competition. It was just like, if you win, you win. If you lose, you lose. It's not that big of a deal.
Right.
That's wonderful. That's
Do
wonderful.
you want? I mean, I know you said from what I read, it was 3 to 13, right? So you're 12. So you'll probably have another year. But is this something that you would be like willing to work with her? Did it feel like that where you felt like, yo, I could do this with her? You know what I mean? Or is that an idea I'm just giving you and you like, yeah, I probably would do that?
So I think like when I first saw Miss Shaylin, like she was bright, she was excited for this. So I was like, maybe I should try this more. So I'm thinking about trying it more. I'm
That's
not really.
wonderful.
I was never into pageants really, but
Right.
now
Were you
that I
surprised
did
that you won?
Yes, actually.
I don't know why. Why was you surprised? Like, I'm saying you said you wasn't into it. This wasn't something you thought of. Matter of fact, this is the question. When did you decide? Like, who introduced you to Miss Monroe and the pageant and everything like that?
Okay, so actually, my aunt introduced me to this, and I
Okay.
called my mom. I'm like, Mom, can I do a pageant? She was like, yeah. I'm like, okay. So she was like, do whatever you want. I said, okay. So we went shopping for the stuff. At first, I didn't like what was going on with the outfits and stuff.
Right.
But when I wore them for the pageant, I was actually,
It was a different
Feeling
feeling.
good.
she actually did good.
Oh, you learned something new about yourself?
Yes. So I wasn't, when I was younger, I didn't really like girl stuff. Like,
Okay.
I wasn't, no.
No.
So growing up and being in a pageant, Yeah.
So this is one of those experiences for you that just like showed you something new about yourself. Like it gave you some new eyes, so to speak. Like you see things a little bit differently now.
Yes.
No, that's dope. That's dope. That's a lot of credit to you
Yes,
that you
it
opened this
is.
up for them.
Yes, it is.
You can
And
cry. You could cry.
I'm not
Like,
gonna
nah.
cry. And what was the specific age groups of the winners? Like, what age group did she win, and what age group did the young lady over here win?
So the age groups was 3 to 13. So the first group was 3 to 5, which was Little Miss Philadelphia. She's not here right now.
Okay.
And yeah, Zoe. And
Zoe.
then there was 6 to 9, which was Miss Amazing Kid Philadelphia. She's 6 years old.
Okay.
Then there's 10 to 13, which was Miss Tween Philadelphia. She's 12 years old.
Okay. That's good.
So when she says she made, my co-host made a point about taking her babies and it wasn't a connection there. Is that one of your main reasons for doing it? Like,
Yes.
Just so our babies can have like you can feel like it's not just for fair skinned women,
Yes.
Caucasian women, white women, however you want to put it out there. But that's usually how it looks. When
Yeah.
You're watching it.
So that's definitely a big reason why. And I think like when I go on with doing this, like I want to make sure it's a pageant specifically for people of color, because something that I've realized in pageant systems, and like she said, like you don't see much representation for black and brown people, and it's really actually saddening, because I think pageantry is such a great opportunity to gain many skills, but there's also many benefits that come from pageantry. Like there's so many pageant systems that if you win, you can really get a lot of scholarship money. Like I wish I really would have been into pageantry when I was younger. Like I wish we had the funds to be able to put me in pageantry when I was younger, because my whole college tuition would probably be covered by now.
That is amazing.
Like there's money benefits, but also like there's sponsorships. So like a
Right.
lot of pageant systems, they have sponsors that's offering them free services. Like, oh, you can get your hair done for free, you can get your makeup done for free,
Oh,
you can get your
wow.
nails done for free, you could come shop with us for free.
Oh wow.
You know. And then in the beginning of Miss Black America's pageant, they actually had a sponsorship by Ford, so they had free cars.
Oh wow.
Listen, we have to put a nice push together, a strong push together for this, because
Yes, we do.
I've heard about the scholarship part, and I know just about everything gets sponsored, but I didn't know that. I didn't know that they kind of lay everything out for you when it's being sponsored correctly.
Yes.
Did you get any? I don't care about negativity as far as what people might have been saying about it, but did you get any pushback from other organizations, like other pageantry, or I don't know what they would be called, but did anybody say, "Oh, you're excluding people, you can't, like we don't want to support that, or you're on your own with that"? Did you get any of that from the organizations? Not people. I don't care about comments and all that.
No, actually, nobody reached out to me and was like opposed to it or said anything
good.
negative about it. Everybody for the most part that reached out to me was like, I love what you're doing for the youth. This is such a great idea. There's nothing like this in Philadelphia. So like, I'm so thankful that you're putting this together to give this opportunity to young black and brown, girls.
Now I have to ask this question: how are the moms? How are the moms
like
in this
on
situation?
TV?
Not even
No.
negative. Not even negative about it, but I gotta be a part of every little, and like kind of trying to tell you like maybe you should do this and maybe you should do that. Not even a negative thing, but just like my baby's gonna be in this, so the lighting has to be right. You know what I mean? Like how are the moms? Do you have
The
any
moms?
good stories about the moms?
Any good stories? Kylie's mom. She owns a party rental company. I believe it's LA Point.
Scream it out,
La
mom. We
Puente.
keep all black businesses on here.
Yes.
So she does tables and chairs and linen. She does party rentals, and she has business cards. I guess La Point Events. And
Oh, she is a walking commercial.
Yes.
she does Cash App, and she does
Even the money is situated. Do you hear this, baby?
and she does Apple Pay.
That's right, Bob.
And if you guys want to book a party, she'll give you a business card. All you gotta do is book her name on Instagram, LaPointe_events_.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
That is right, girl. Oh, I love her.
Yeah, so
Yes.
the moms were, again, this is another thing that's out there that's, we wanna break all of that up because black women are so dope. So what the moms were bigging it up. It wasn't no pulling it away or you know what I mean. Again, reality TV. The only reason why, no, seriously, the only reason why I'm bringing this up because Instagram, reality TV, whether y'all want to acknowledge it or not, is shaping the way we deal with each other, and it's shaping the way our babies are dealing with each other. And that's not always the case when you deal with people day to day. But you're coming out the house after watching that and you're really assuming that this is how people are going to be. So I'm asking this question because I kind of feel like because the moms and the families are here that it wasn't a bad experience. Moms wasn't arguing with you, arguing with other moms. I kind of feel like that wasn't what it was, but I want people to know that that's not what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it wasn't like that at all. There was like some parents, of course, that was like thinking like, I'm not sure if I want to put my child in this, you
Right.
know, especially because it was also like a little bit last minute. So
Mm-hmm.
we had it at a recreation center and they sponsored the event. We had reached out to the city for a permit like 2 months in advance and they never responded. So the space was like, we're going to just let you do the event. You know, we have your clearances and everything, so we
That
know
was
that
good.
you're perfectly fine to do the event. But when they said this, it was in the beginning of July. So I had 3
wow.
weeks to put together an entire pageant, and nobody was really helping me put together this
Oh,
entire
my
pageant.
goodness.
So she was very helpful with letting us use. She sponsored a red carpet for the girls, so we had like a
Oh.
backdrop set up, and then they had the red carpet, so they walked down the red carpet, which was really nice because it helped put together things and not look so gymmy
Right.
because it was
Yeah.
in a gym.
Mm-hmm.
The most backlash from parents that I've got was after the competition. They're like, "Oh, let me see the score sheets."
Oh goodness. Well,
Moms,
just-
stop, please stop.
just
Go ahead.
support. Let's just support these.
But
young
you know, like
ladies, yeah.
everybody, you know, believes that their child is amazing and is a
Yeah,
star.
and,
So
and they're right to believe
Yes.
that. And I mean, but once the judges make their decision, they make their decision. Let's try again next year.
yeah.
Yes, let's
That's
try.
all. That's-
So what do you need from us, from the moms, from the city to make this bigger, better? You know, what are some of the things that you was like, yo, if I would have got this would have been a little better. If I would have
Right.
talked to that person, this would have been better. Like, give us a list. If you have one, give us a list so we can get it out there.
Yeah, share it with us.
Definitely grants, because putting on a pageant is not cheap.
Of course
You
not.
gotta get sashes, you gotta get crowns. You want to make the event look nice, you know. They were there for a long time. It would have been nice for us to have had food for people to buy because it was like the girls was there since 9 a.m. And then people started trickling in at 11. Most people got there at about 12. We started at 12:30 and it ended at 4.
Okay.
You know, so having
nice
food
time.
would have been beneficial, but we had entrepreneurs there, you know, vending their businesses.
That's good.
I think some other things that would be nice, just more support in general, more sponsors, because these are young black girls, and I believe in the black community, resources are a lot more limited. So what
Of
people
course.
can sponsor would definitely be great because it would be beneficial to the girls in different ways. And another reason like why I wanted to set up this interview, like having them in this atmosphere, just you know, seeing what it's like talking about themselves being in this position, that's good for them for their future. Like this
Yes,
is an
it is.
experience that they can have in their memories forever.
Yes.
So definitely sponsorships. Like sponsorships, I feel like is everything. Plus that also just helps people to want to join the pageant.
Exactly.
Also,
It gives you, yeah.
Did you need more physical help? Did you need
Yes.
more volunteers and stuff like that to help you out?
yes, volunteers definitely would have been nice for putting together the pageant.
Like setting everything up and everything.
Yes, like a whole team before the actual event, because it was just me contacting like little kid boutiques like, hey, my name's such and such, I'm hosting this, would you be interested in sponsoring outfits for the girls to wear for the pageant? Because you know some of the girls were low income, so having those sponsorships was just allowing them to not have to go out and pay expensive prices for outfits and stuff
Right.
like that. But it was just me really promoting it, me reaching out to people, me trying to check in with all the parents, me having to schedule meetings. So having a team to like a public relations team, a committee to set up the stuff for the judges, making sure we have everything right, get their bios, get their score sheets, everything that we need. A committee that's going to say this is going to be the design of the pageant, and this is what we want this to look like. An analytic team, like based off of what we've seen, as far as social media, we can estimate that this amount of people is going to come. We sold this many tickets, but this many people is going to purchase at the door, so we can have everything, like set up properly. Somebody set up the itinerary and the schedule, because it's a lot that goes into a pageant.
I can imagine.
How soon do you like to start to prepare for a pageant? So we could kind of, because I'm listening to you, and I didn't know we didn't have this in Philadelphia. Philadelphia is the 5th largest media market in the country. So for us not to have multiple pageants going on in this actual city, and this is a minority city. So the support you would think would be there, which I know it will be there, it's all about who you stand in front of.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I want to know how early you need to start so that we can start talking to people early on, so we can get schools involved, we can get politicians involved. It's a lot of people, entrepreneurs, businesses. It's a lot of other shows on this station, other station, people doing podcasts all over the place. So it's like, who you get in front of outside of just social media. And social media is big. But again, social media is even kind of like who you know. Right. If you don't know who to DM, you know what I'm saying? You might not get the shine that you want to get. You just in your small circle. So how soon would you like to prepare, or how soon do you like to start for a pageant if you're going to do it every year? Would it be 6 months in advance? Would it just be all year long, and then you'll actually start the actual event planning 3 months? You know what I'm saying? Like, how would you like to do it?
I think doing it as an all year long planning,
as far as fundraising,
it probably does.
Because fundraising for an event like a pageant is going to take a lot of time.
Right.
You know, like, because if you really want to have like a nice space in Philadelphia isn't going to cost $1,000. It's going to cost a little bit more than $1,000.
Absolutely. Oh,
it's small business venues that charge $1,000 and only provide you with 10 tables and chairs.
Yeah.
You know, you need like a $3,000 to $5,000 budget just for a venue.
Right.
So
that's true.
Starting fundraising like now
right
would be great. You know,
exactly.
Starting a GoFundMe, doing events. Like that's something I actually started thinking of. Like I already started thinking of different types of events that I might wanted to do as fundraisers.
Is it do you, because she's not just my co-host, we actually are partners in this. Is this something, I don't want to kind of put you on your spot, you can't even actually say no right there. But no, I know that my sister, my right hand sister, wants to get an event space.
I do.
And I think we should partner with you. This is dope, and we would be like we would be trailblazing in this regard, because you said it's not really any other pageants for our babies in Philadelphia. Right? So I think that would be, I think we should all get together, like seriously get together. I know a few people. I know Nick knows some folks. You know what I mean? We need to start, because if you said a year, we pushing into the year and we trying to get money and sponsoring, we could be putting the commercials up. You can come on periodically and let people know. You know what I'm saying? It'll work for both of us. You know what I mean? Because I think I really would like to be a part. And being a father of 2 daughters. You know what I mean? That deal with all of the issues that come with being a black or brown woman. You know, young girl, baby. So, and even if that wasn't the case, I would feel the same way. But having 2 daughters is like, yo, I know this is
it's
needed.
more of a push.
It is.
So,
and not only that, with that being said, I would love to be able to participate in something like that, just because of what it does for young black girls. So this is the question, how did doing that pageant, how did it make you feel about your self-esteem and your self-image as a young black woman?
Me?
All of the young ladies?
I was just making sure. Okay.
Yeah.
For me, I was extremely stressed, and I was so scared, like, oh my gosh, what if this comes out bad? But people just kept coming up to me. This is really a great event. I love what you're doing. And one of our judges was actually, she was Miss Townsend, so she was representing Townsend in the Miss Delaware USA competition.
Oh, okay.
She was also Miss Philadelphia, Miss Bucks County, and Miss Westchester at her university. And she came up to me and she was like, in the pageant world, nobody can really pull off what you just did. Because what I also did was I allowed kid businesses to vend. So like young entrepreneurs with businesses, I allowed them to vend, and I allowed them to vend for free. I just asked them to be a sponsor and
that's
provide a gift with the
amazing.
winner.
That is amazing. That's absolutely amazing.
So she's like, it's so hard for people to put together a pageant by itself, but you didn't just put together a pageant, but you created like an opportunity for other people to get involved in different ways. So afterwards, after looking at all the pictures, I was like, I'm so proud of myself.
You should be.
I
You
was
really
like-
should be.
And I knew like people was coming up to me like, oh, you inspired me to start a pageant. Oh, can you help my child get more into pageantry? I have daughters and I think we want to move forward with doing pageants. So it made me feel just very great about myself, knowing that I inspired and helped other people, discover new things about themselves, and to know that this event really resonated with others.
Right. What did it do for your self-image and your self-esteem, Miss Tween?
So, I don't really know how to answer this because I had mixed emotions with this whole pageant. So, I really don't know how to answer this.
It's whatever, and I know you had mentioned that you wasn't really into like girly things when you were younger. So this was like a major transition for you to come over and kind of do this whole dress up thing, girly thing. So I mean, and you felt good at the end of it.
Yes.
That's all that matters. That's all that matters. There you go. You said it right there. But that's wonderful. That's really wonderful.
Can we
That
find
Miss
out
Miss
how
Kai?
she- how did you
Yes,
feel
young
about it?
lady.
How was your self-esteem seems like it's not
That
an
thing
issue.
is.
It's not an issue at all.
Yeah.
But did you feel good afterwards?
Yeah, I felt amazing.
I love that word.
Amazing.
I love the word
I-
amazing.
yes.
Was mommy crying and stuff? Did you have to get mommy together?
No, she was hype. She was hype.
I love her.
Oh my goodness.
She was hyper than you. It was like she won the crown. You think she act like she won the crown?
I got the crown. But
Okay.
I pretend that is on her head sometimes, so we're both the queen.
Okay.
Oh, that's
dope.
so sweet.
That's dope.
That's
So,
sweet.
this is another question. How does it? Cause how many moms? Just you? Both moms? Do y'all want to come up real quick? Do y'all mind? Cause I would like to know what y'all respond. How did y'all feel about it?
Yes. If y'all don't mind.
If y'all don't mind.
It's
If you don't
kinda-
want to, you don't have to, baby.
But yeah, no pressure. No pressure.
No pressure, but pressure. So, how did you feel about the pageant? Like, just give us an overview of how you felt about it.
I thought it was phenomenal. Like my sister-in-law told us about it. It was pretty last minute, so we had like 4 days or something. And she was so, like, I just want to give her her flowers because she was awesome. Like, she got us on a Zoom. She organized everything. She made sure everybody had their sizes with the sponsors for the polls. She kept texting personally, like, hey, Mom, don't forget, because I'm, like, all over the place. So she's like, hey, Mom. So it was, like, really good to have that. First of all, it's an honor, you know, to be in her presence doing all the things that she's doing as a young college student. And to have the time to put all this together to encourage our daughters, to encourage us as moms. 'Cause
Yeah.
again, this is something that we never experienced, you know, so
Right.
it was just
Were
really good.
you surprised that we didn't have this in Philadelphia already?
Yeah, I think it honestly just wasn't a thought at all, period.
Yeah.
We're so used to, like you said, the dancing and
Right.
drill teams and all that kind of stuff that pageantry just,
It just wasn't something you was
yeah,
thinking.
it wasn't our reality, honestly.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Skin color, you
No,
know,
it,
so-
it
No,
really
dope.
is.
That's crazy.
So for her to put this together, and I even asked Miss Monroe, I call her Miss Monroe, about even my daughter being darker and that being a big, you know, deal for her, because a lot of time in pageantry you see lighter skin and longer hair and lighter eyes, and just the answer for my daughter, it does boost self-esteem. It does make you feel, you know what I'm saying. So that was
Yeah.
a big deal for Miss Monroe.
Now I'm looking at my phone because I was trying to get. Do you know her?
She looks familiar.
I was trying to get her on the show, and since I couldn't, her name is Nikki Johnson. I don't want to say
Is she
was.
Miss Universe?
Yeah, she was Miss Universe.
She gonna cost a lot of money.
No, actually, again, who you stand in front of?
Yeah.
Who you network with? A friend of mine, I told him about the show today. He was like, yo, I know her. She's a really good friend of mine. I think it would be dope if she came on the show. Her schedule wouldn't allow it, so that's cool because everybody here, you got to come back.
Yeah.
That's mandatory for this show. You have to return. So I want to get her on the show with you and just see what else we could do, like to make it bigger. Because coming into this, I didn't know that it didn't exist, and that trips me out. Like, y'all know how big of a city Philadelphia is.
Yes.
And I'm gonna say this
could be
again, if y'all
major.
didn't know, it's a majority. I hate the minority thing, but y'all know how I go. It's a majority minority city, so everything should be represented for us in this city, considering how big the city is, and it's more of us in the city than anybody else.
Yes.
So we should have everything represented that we're doing exclusively just us. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted her to come on just as somebody that was in Miss Universe.
Right.
It's a step bigger, higher, you know what I'm saying? And she's a black woman.
That's
She's
a
a
big
dark-skinned
thing.
black woman. And I thought it would be a dope thing for her to come on and talk. So we're going to come back on. And again, we're going to start getting together. We're going to link up. You're going to come back and rap one of these times. And you don't have to do it this time.
I heard her.
You
She's
don't
amazing.
have to
She's
do it
good.
this time.
She's
And you
good.
just got to talk about being a student at Penn State and all the other stuff that you're doing as well.
Yes.
I don't want to cut this off. I would like to talk about this all show, but again, everybody's coming back.
Yes.
My sister does something that's very important, and again, since the sisterhood is in the building, the black girl magic is in the building. It's not one of those great topics we like to talk about, but
not.
we have to talk about it. It's
And
an
we
important
will
topic.
talk about it every Tuesday, 5 to 6, Glockaware Radio, Philly service announcement, love, support, and grace. Now, we usually transition over into my Say Her Name segment of the show. And we got onto this topic of intersectionality because black women are discriminated against because we're women, and we're discriminated against because we're women of color. And one of the problems that is not being represented enough in the media, in the news, is the amount of young black women that are dying at the hands of police. So we talk, every week I come on the show and we say the name of a young black woman that died at the hands of the police. And this week in particular, I want to talk about the young black woman who was 16 years old. It was all over social media in Columbus. Her name was, what's her name? I'm sorry.
I think I know.
Micaiah Bryant. Everybody was watching it on social media and commenting and stuff like that. Apparently, she called police because she got into a big brawl with some girls, and the police showed up. She ended up getting shot and killed because a fight sparked in the middle while the police were there, and she ended up being shot and killed. And one of the issues that we have is that they don't value our lives.
Right.
A lot of the situations that we are put in with police can be handled differently, and it does not require the loss of a life.
Right.
So we want to come on the show. We want to say her name, Micaiah Bryant. She died, this was in April, that she was killed by the police fighting a bunch of girls. Now, I've been in some things in my days when I was coming up a little rough, and you got in trouble, you got out there and you fought with girls and stuff like that. And I can't imagine being out there, getting into an altercation with some young girls and being killed by the people that were called to protect you from this incident. So I think it's so appropriate because of the simple fact that, one, here we have a young black lady who is doing something positive for our girls to get them out of the street and all the nonsense and the violence and stuff like that. An opportunity like this can mean so much to the Philadelphia community. And the fact that you're on the show today, I thought it would be, especially important for me to highlight this young girl who died too soon and didn't get an opportunity to participate in pageants. You know what I mean? So once again, I want to say her name, Ma'Khia Bryant. We got to do we have to do things differently, and we have to put out there the fact that our lives are not valued. I watched a video on Instagram. I don't know if it was Instagram or social media. Might have been yesterday or the day before yesterday. And police were responding to something, and they locked up this gentleman, and there was a couple females out there, and they was being rough with him, and they were all hollering and screaming. And then there was a Caucasian woman who was cussing and fussing, and they gripped her up, and they was handcuffing her. And then it was a brown woman. They gripped her up, start gripping her up and punching her in her face. They ain't swing on that Caucasian lady at all. They had the same amount of struggle to get handcuffs on her, the same amount. But you see the camera, the cop punching this lady in her face. Like, they don't value our lives.
I wanna say a couple things. I can go off on a tangent about this, but I'm not. And I can do that every week. There's always an issue going on. The first thing that I want to say is, and this is something that sticks out to me, like always, don't get into the false narrative of y'all need to act better. Don't get into that false narrative. That's a false that y'all need to act better, or y'all doing this to each other. She was out there fighting other girls and all that, so how y'all come? And even our people do this. But the same reason why we do what we do to each other is the reason why they do what they do to us. Institutional racism makes black people think they are not worthy. And it teaches white people that we are not worthy, that they're better and we are not worthy. So the reason why that baby was out there fighting other black women, because the system around her has created this idea in her head historically that she and the women who look like her are not worthy. That's called self-hate, y'all. And in turn, white folks have been taught that they are superior. They are better. So that's why the white woman can act crazy and still make it to see another day. Right. And that's why you can come and instead of stopping a fight, disarming this young woman, you come thinking that shooting somebody is appropriate because her life is not worthy, whether male or female. And when we talk about intersectionality, we're talking about a situation where why is it that black women, because that's always the question why we do this. We want to shed light on it. We want people to think about it. We want people to make you love more. Like, if they don't care about us, we need to care about us. But don't get into the false narrative of y'all need to act better. That's why these things happen. No. That's a lie.
No.
That's a lie. But the thing, when we talk about intersectionality, we're talking about why don't black women, not just for this, but if we talking about pay inequity, it's a litany of issues that goes on with black women that we need to be talking about more, because you talk about it when it's black men. It's still a skewed conversation. But we talk about it with black men. So we need to protect our women more. We need to get educated on our history more, because all the issues that's happening with us, it starts with identity. And I'll debate anybody. It ain't about money. It ain't about demographic. It ain't about where you at geographically. It's about identity, what you know about yourself. That's where this starts at. If we want to change things, we need to find out who we are. So I appreciate the young sisters coming on here. I want to get one more question before we go to the little brother. And I'm sure Nick if she wanna chime in again. This is PSA Philly Service announcement, August 14th, Saturday. Come out to our resource of what, get busy. All y'all, I expect to see y'all now. I took pictures of every last one of y'all. I'm gonna find y'all on social media.
What's the address again?
It's 5220 Whitby Avenue, Southwest Philadelphia. Victory Christian Center Right there, I think it's on the corner. We gonna be giving out food. Y'all can come help us. We gonna do the drive-by thing. Come through. You ain't even gotta get out your car, pop your trunk. I'm gonna have people put food in your trunk.
Groceries.
Open the back door. We gonna have it for you. We gonna try to have some entertainment. We in an indoor-outdoor situation, so the weather won't matter. Come through, y'all. Come through. And
get some resources too, don't
get the resources. We're gonna have jobs out there. We're gonna have the Department of Human Relations, the Department of Revenue. We're gonna have the fire company down there with jobs. We're gonna have vendors out there. Hopefully I can get Pulse back out there to do the expungement situation. It's gonna be a lot going on, man. So just please come through. And I wanna ask a question to both of the young ladies before we let them go, because it really is about y'all. It's about y'all. What do you like to do? Just generally, like, what do you like to do? What are your hobbies? Since this wasn't your thing, you know what I'm saying? This wasn't my thing.
Okay, so I do TikToks. I'm pretty sure most of you know about TikTok.
Yes. I'm a dinosaur, but I do know.
I'm usually in my room, probably laying down. I'm active when sometimes.
Okay. I don't know, because this is gonna go on over the tangent. How's young people so tired these days? I don't understand.
Oh my goodness.
And I do, like, sometimes I'm out, sometimes I'm inside. Usually, well, over the summer, I was doing my math packet for school.
Okay, dope. I like that. Education.
Yeah, that's summer enrichment.
Okay, Mom.
Usually I'm with my family.
That's a good thing, because young kids don't want to be with their family. They want to be with their friends all the time. I'm struggling with that right now.
So, I know you. I know. Let's look at
She
you.
is
ready?
She is ready.
So, what do you like to do, baby? Outside of commercials, business, all that good stuff.
I like to do swimming lessons and play the game.
What game do you play?
Roblox.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
They got her. They got her.
Yeah, my 7 and 5-year-old, that's all they do all day is want to play Roblox all the time. Mm-hmm.
So before we get to the young king and try to do this over again, get this music popping, you know what I mean? Get y'all a little. Make sure y'all follow this young brother. He does have something to say. He's a good brother. Come from mom and dad was up here last time. You know what I'm saying? I
His
always
sister
appreciate
up here today,
that.
Mimi. Where Mimi at?
Okay. We always got family in the building.
Where
This is
Mimi?
her cousin. You know what I'm saying? But before we get to him, what do you like to do? Because she said you had it all, and you sound like you all business. So what do you, besides rap? Because you are coming back up here to rap.
Okay.
But what do you like to do besides rap?
What do I like to? I like to eat. Like, I really love to eat. This summer, I probably ate at probably like 30 different restaurants.
Oh, wow.
I eat out at different places every day, literally. I was just somewhere yesterday and the day before that. Other than eating, I like to write. I love writing, whether it's poetry or rapping.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you just lining yourself
Yeah,
up. We
she
need some
lined it
spoken
right
word.
up.
Somebody else said they do spoken word. I'm not going to put them on the spot, but they have to perform on the show. The social media coordinator. But
Come on, Mimi.
I'm glad
Come on
that
over
you
here,
gave me
Mimi.
the. Let Mimi say something real quick,
Yes.
because this is a family
This
support.
is a family thing.
Matter of fact, Mimi, let me see how much you know about your cousin. Can you stand up here and introduce him? Do you know what? Does she know what the next song is? Ma'am, can you get up there? Tell us who you are, and then
Tell us who
introduce
you
him,
are
and let
and
him
what
come
you
in
do,
and get
honey.
busy.
Tell us who you are and what you do.
Hi, my name is Michaela Jones. I'm a dancer. I'm 15 years old. I go to Creative and Performing Arts High School for dance. And I dance at Jasmine School of Dance for dancing. I've been dancing ever since the age of 3. My brother is about to perform his next song called Heart on My Sleeve, and he is about to kill it.
Yo. That shit be weighing me down. That shit be weighing me down. That shit be weighing me down. Yeah. Smoke away my sadness. Thinking like, how do I manage? I'm tired of the ones that take advantage. I'm tired of the ones that take advantage. I want my heart on my sleeve. I'm smoking on green leaf. Since you left me, that's the only thing that needs me. Since you left me, that's the only thing that me. Since you left me lately, I've been feeling me, and I can't move. So what do? I'm counting the face they blue. You broke, I'm up, you lose, yeah. And I'm with the crew, I'm with the gang. I fuck some other hoes, but now they ain't the same. And why would you change? I thought you was gang. Tell you my brother, well, what the fuck changed? I felt the pain, oh, what's the shame? I got a rolling ice on my chain. Fuck, I'm gon' flex, yeah. Stun on my ass, yeah. And fuck them fake ass niggas, cause them take, yeah. Kiss my ice, married to money, yeah, that's my wife. They stab my back, I took out the knife, was thinking about death. The other night, I wanted to end it. Was thinking about death, I wanted to end it. Was thinking about death, I wanted to end it. I wanted to smoke away my sadness. Thinking like, how do I manage? I'm tired of the ones that take advantage. I'm tired of the ones that take advantage. I want my heart on my sleeve. I'm smoking on green leaf. Since you left me, that's the only thing that needs me. Since you left me, that's the only thing that pleased me. Since you left me lately, I've been feeling me, and I can't move. So what do? I'm counting the face they blue. You broke, I'm up, you lose, yeah. And I'm with the crew, I'm with the gang. I fuck some other hoes, but now they ain't the same. And why would you change? I thought you was gang. Tell you my brother, well, what the fuck changed? I felt the pain, oh, well, it's a shame. I got a rolling ice on my chain. Fucking gon' flex, yeah. Stun on my ass, yeah. And fuck them fake ass niggas, cause them take, yeah. Kiss my ice, married to money, yeah, that's my wife. They stabbed my back, I took out the knife, was thinking about death. The other night, I wanted to end it. Was thinking about death, I wanted to end it. Was thinking about death, I wanted to end it.
Cool little bop.
No, definitely. Listen, man, I remember the last time you said J. Cole is like one of your influences.
Right.
That's like the main dude, right?
Right.
For you. What is it about Jay? Like, what is it about his artistry? Is it some part of his story? Like, is it just he always just deliver? What is it that why J. Cole is that guy for you?
It's the storytelling. Like growing up, you feel a certain way, especially being black. Like everything we talked about, you just feel out of place sometimes, and like you don't really know how to express yourself the right way. And for me, it's just music. Like no matter how I feel, no matter what I feel, sometimes I feel I can't talk to people, put in a song.
Right.
Other people, they can feel that, and I just feel
definitely.
his music. So that's why he's my favorite.
So, how I can go into the story from before, but where are you trying to go with the music?
I'm just trying to be the best version of myself. So it's like I could dream about being number one, selling the best record, and everybody waiting for me to drop. Like I'm waiting for Drake to drop next.
Right.
Like everybody waiting for the next person to drop. I could be like that. But I just want to be the best version of me.
Right.
No matter what. Like I don't want the music to change me. I don't want money or fame to change me. I just want to be the best version of myself. That's just it.
And who are you?
Young Maj.
Young Maj.
Nah, the reason why I asked that question because I plugged this not because of the job, because I want people to understand what's going on. IDE Institution for the Development of African American Youth is a diversionary program. It's a diversion program on Broad and Dolphin. Instead of sending young men who catch cases 13 to 24, but we mainly only do 13 to 18, they send them to us so they can basically get a reset. You don't got to go to placement. You come to us for 90 days minimum, and when you get done, your record get expunged. So it's like it never happened, so you can get a reset. And the reason why I asked that, because I ask them that all the time. Like, who are you? Who are you? Because for me, everybody know my story, did 20 years. I didn't realize who I was. I didn't realize where I was going wrong until I understood who I was as a black man.
Right. So
you feel what I'm saying? So I'm asking, give me a little bit more of it.
So the easiest way I could say it is I'm just an average person that just does what he wants. So like, for example, right, when you see like these celebrities in your head, you think like, oh, what separates them? They wasn't scared to be themselves. That's just it. So when just me growing up, I was always afraid to be myself. And like, just something in my head just said, yo, if you want to be something, just do it. Like no matter what opinions anybody could say, because someone that's hating on you, they not even doing better than the people they hating on. That's why they hating.
Right.
So bro, even if I can't do it, I tried.
Right.
That's it. That's me. Like no matter what, I'm just going to work hard.
When did you start saying you was a black man though? Because a lot of people don't necessarily say that. They just be like, I'm a man. I don't get
Right.
into the color stuff, the race stuff, and all that. If you could remember, when did that become a thing? Like when somebody, I'm a black man.
Right. That's
You
funny.
know what I mean?
That's funny. I was thinking about that earlier too. So in middle school, I went to like a predominantly white middle school, and like usually like when you grow up in like a neighborhood with people that look like you in competition with them. So it's different. When you in competition with people that don't look like you, like that's already like a setback. Cause like you was talking about, it's institutionalized. They think that they better than you. The teachers was feeling like that too.
Oh,
I
yeah.
can
Wow.
feel that.
Oh,
So
yeah.
like, I was so young, I wasn't thinking like, oh, they racist, but maybe like just those microaggressions. They probably wasn't noticing, but I felt it, and it was always hard. But I always was like smart enough to just stay in school and like keep my head above all that. But yeah, in middle school, I really I seen that.
Who you now that do you want to? Because
No,
you
no,
know
no,
everything
no.
about them already.
No.
I want the people to. I want the people to know. Like, who do you? Because the 2-parent home doesn't always mean you're gonna succeed. That we can't always they come from a 2-parent home. How's it? Nah, you can have 2 parents. One ain't even there for real. He there every day or she there every day, but she not there or he not there as a parent.
Right.
But I didn't get that from your mom and your dad. I could be wrong, but I didn't get that from your mom and your dad.
Nope.
And as you get older, who do you think you start to be more like? Like you lean more towards? I think, damn, I act more like my mom or I act more like my dad. Who do you lean more towards? If you do anybody, you might be like, nah, I got 50-50
Yeah,
of
I was
both
about
of
to
them.
say it's really like you hit it on the money. Like they both there.
Right.
Like, so it ain't like, oh yeah, I'm more like my pop. Like nah, like
Right.
they both hands on. So like, if I'm slipping in one area, there's someone else picking me up in the other one.
Right.
So I really can't say I act more like one. Like they
Right,
both
right.
there.
Nah, that's dope. Now the other thing from that question is, do you have those moments where you about to do something and it be like something your mom said pop up or something your pop said pop up? Have you had? I'm sure you had.
For sure.
Can you?
Yeah.
Do you
Alright, so-
remember any like a moment? And it don't have to be anything bad. It's cool if you tell us a bad moment you was about to have and then you heard mom voice, but a good moment as well. Like it doesn't have to. Just tell me one of those moments.
I mean, just constantly like, since you asking that question, like it just always replay like conversations I had with my dad. We sitting up on the job or somewhere, and he just like giving me all this game. And every time I think about quitting music, or every time I think about quitting school, or when work get too hard, I always hear those conversations in my head, like every day. Like, 'cause sometimes you just want to give up. Like it's hard. Like
Yeah,
life in
it's
general.
hard.
Like you just want to like
Just
put everything on hold and just go to sleep. Like, fuck
Right.
it. But like.
Nah, I feel you.
I just feel the motivation, like, because he just talked to me all the time, like when I was from a young age. And he never pressured me into doing anything I didn't want to do.
Right.
He just said,
That's
be
what's
yourself,
up.
always.
So-
I hear those
That's
conversations.
So I hate
That's
to
what's
end this,
up.
y'all, because this
Thank
was a
you, cousin.
dope
Yes.
show. I appreciate everybody in here. PSA every
service
Tuesday,
announcement.
5 to 6, Glockaware Radio, the #1 internet radio station in the
Station.
nation,
Service
y'all. In the
announcement.
world, Craig.
Thank you, Black Queens.
Thank y'all,
and
man.
Black
Thank y'all.
Kings
This
for
was an
coming
honor
on
for me.
our show, and parents. Thank y'all. We love y'all. Thank you.